Why? Stop. Why is this thing not hot? I swear to God, if anyone says welcome to womanhood, I'm gonna lose my...
Surely there are not human males, and yes, I call them human males, going around doing things like this when we all know in actuality you are not on any sort of period. You might be experiencing something else, but I can guarantee you it's nothing to do with the female body.
Any political rights out here. We hate this shit. There's only two gender out here. Male and female. If you are gay, just be gay. Don't talk about you're gay. We all know you're gay. Just don't talk about it. If you're a lesbian, you cool. You cool. If you're LGBTQ, whatever, keep it that shit to yourself. There's no gay marriage out here. That's against the law. So keep it that shit to yourself. Don't swing that shit to someone else's daughter or son. Alright?
My nigga.
Why do people in open relationships always look like that? I'm being very... Open relationships always look like that. I'm being very...
What's up, douchebag? Polyamorous person here.
Why do people in open relationships always look like that? I'm being very...
No, because what do you mean by that?
As someone who has a cousin that is both poly and a furry, I have the answer to this. Now, a lot of people say that you relax your appearance when you're in a relationship, and this multiplies when you're in multiple relationships. And based on what I've seen, a lot of the ones that I've met have very similar niche interests. It all starts with the Cookie Monster PJs, love for anime, a strong desire to move to the state of Portland, and it's crazy when stereotypes end up coming true, but they'll even admit it themselves. But it's like any person where things happen in someone's life and it brings them to where they are. And me personally am glad that I am not on that wavelength, because my cousin's 5-person polycule lives in a 1-bedroom apartment, and they are all furries that have flaps on the back of their fursuits. And I say all of this with love and a genuine curiosity. Does anybody have the answer to this?
This video is absolutely hilarious, but I've always said it that people who believe in nonsense like this always have a certain look, and this video just proves it.
Is there a certain policy that you like Kamala for?
Most importantly, I have a transgender teenager, and I need to make sure that my baby is okay and protected and has a right to live in this country just like everyone else does.
And he lives here in Georgia?
He lives in Alabama, actually. Which
Alabama.
Is even scarier, yeah.
Well, thank God for Tim Walz, because if he wants gender affirming care, he can always go there, right?
Yes, and that's very important to me.
Okay, can I get a yes queen for everything that we support here? All right, universal health care.
Yes, queen.
There we go. Abortions, unlimited.
Yes, queen. It's your
There we
choice.
go. Taxing white dudes.
Yes, the very rich white dudes.
And one thing I have a problem with Kamala for is that she refuses to answer our messages that I want universal health care for pets. Like, it costs too much money.
I mean, look, I'm down with that because I have a dog who's dumb and he gets hurt all the time. So.
Right, and it's annoying to pay that money all the time, right?
It's just stupid.
All right, and last thing, in Georgia specifically, gender affirming care for teens.
Absolutely.
Now, I mean this in the most, and I mean the most disrespectful motherfucking way. I'm gonna need you people who have detransitioned to please stop speaking on the behalf of the trans community, because you are not transgender. Just because you made the mistake and transitioned and thought you was something that you was not, does not mean the rest of us made the same mistake that you did. The ones who are trans, we are very comfortable in who we are. So please, stop, because it's getting fucking old. Go back to who you were to begin with and shut the fuck up, bitch.
Once again, the community will love and accept everyone and want people to express how they feel, not allowing people to express how they feel. Now, I would say I'm surprised, but at this point, I am really not surprised.
I just found out that TikTok is staying. They extended the ban for 270 days. So we still have TikTok for 270
I want everyone out there to know this and to etch this deep into your brains that a person like this and people like this, because there are many more of them, vote. Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell that you'll see beside the subscribe button so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Follow me on Instagram, X as they call it, TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
Dear Elon Musk, if you purchase this app, we will burn it to the motherfucking ground. We will all delete our accounts immediately. Immediately. We do not want you owning this shit. This is ours. This is our app. So if I can stay out of it.
Yeah, I don't think he's scared of someone who bought an app that you are more than likely also on. You're just talking absolute nonsense and once again making a video so that you can gain attention from people.
No, because if I go to your page and there's like she, her, or he, him at the top of your profile, or better yet, they, them, or BLM, or like watermelon or something. One, we're not gonna be friends. I'm gonna hurt your little feelings. But then two, what do you mean? If I can't tell if you're a she, her, or he, you're doing it wrong. What do you mean? What do you mean? And it's without fail, every single time somebody comments something mean in my comments or sends me like a mean DM and I go to their profile, 10 out of 10, truly 10 out of 10 times, they have one of those things in their bio where they have their pronouns on their page. It's just automatic, like, oh, you can't think for yourself. Oh, you have too much freedom.
My toxic trait is that I feel like a literal god when I look this hot. Like, what the fuck on? Like, how is this not, like, am I not worth worshipping? I am. Sorry.
If this is the physical embodiment of what a goddess looks like, wow.
We've had people like Dolly Parton, and I think you asked her,
Are you a feminist?
Are you a feminist? And she said,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But then you pushed her, and she said, yeah, I guess I am.
Well, I said to her, do you believe that women should make the same amount of money as men? Well, I guess I am a feminist.
Yeah, and she said, I guess I am a feminist. So I think...
I'm sorry, but doing the same job women do earn the same as men. It's illegal for companies not to pay equal wages for equal work. But since logic always take a backseat on this show, Whoopi, you're looking at the uncontrolled pay gap, which does not take into account things like, I don't know, women often take pregnancy leave. Women opt for part-time work more frequently. Women negotiate less aggressively for salary increases, and women take more time off for personal travel and other family responsibilities. And when you analyze these factors, you find out that for the same work, under same conditions, pay is equal by law. So, I wish you were as right as your confidence implies.
If women are looking for financially secure men, what in exchange would be of equal value to a man?
There's probably three big primary things from the Christian perspective that we would want. I think that men essentially want peace in their home. This is a big one that people forget about all the time. The best way you can show a man respect is to understand and anticipate the things that he wants before he even knows that he wants them. And the way that that shows respect and the way that that shows that you love him is because if you can anticipate those things, he knows that you're paying attention to him very closely. So you're the focus. And then the third thing is you have to put him above your own needs and your own desires. And number three is the thing that I think women, at least in modernity, fail out the most. Women are trained from birth now how they deserve to be treated. And men are trained from birth how they're supposed to treat women. But nobody is trained from birth for how they're supposed to treat men.
Well put, Andrew. Well put.
Once again, Andrew Wilson speaking facts.
One of the worst fates in the world is to be attracted to straight men. I've never been in a relationship with a woman. I'm not attracted to women, but my sense is that, and this is a blanket statement, so I know it's problematic, but generally I think because of feminism and because of a lot of things that women are evolving. We've evolved so much, and a lot of straight men don't seem to be going on the journey with us. Some are, but they seem to be in the minority. And even the ones who are more evolved, there's still the latent misogyny, the propensity to feel emasculated by a powerful woman or a woman who may make more money or who is smarter. And I mean, I'm 52 years old and I've been dating straight men for like 30 years. Wow. And this has been it's been a theme of my life, even before I was famous and had like sort of material privilege. Just being smarter was a problem.
This is once again another funny video because he's saying that men are not evolving, but they kind of are evolving, and he is an example of these people evolving. They're now beginning to believe that they're women.
I've never had work done, so I've looked this way my whole life, and I'm gonna continue to, because I'm not gonna do a bunch of crazy things to my face, because I enjoy my natural beauty that God bless.
Just went and got, ironically, shout out to the haters, like a half syringe in my lips and then Botox in my forehead. My forehead, literally, look at how shiny it is. There are no wrinkles right now. Like, that is what I'm fucking paying for, baby.
Oh, hi world. Hi everybody listening. My name is Tara K. Green. I am 27 years old from the city of Houston, Texas. I am a teacher assistant in the field of special education.
Just when I was talking about them always having a certain look, we get another example of them always having a certain look.
Welcome to the Netherlands, where I went to see a physical therapist because I recently tore my Achilles tendon while kickboxing, and he asked me if I tore it by simply standing up because I am clearly morbidly obese. For the record, my BMI is nowhere near morbidly obese, but evidently to a Dutch physical therapist, this is what morbid obesity looks like. Now, did I spend the last year so physically ill that I needed a wheelchair and couldn't even walk up a flight of stairs? Yes, I did. Was that because I was morbidly obese? No, it was not. It was because my boyfriend almost killed me. Did I gain weight because of that year that I was sedentary and couldn't do anything? Yeah, I absolutely did. Have I already lost 20 pounds and gained a lot of muscle back in 3 months? I have indeed. But alas, I'm morbidly obese, apparently.
If you don't think that is obese, I have a bridge to sell you.
First openly non-binary elected official in Massachusetts history is taking a hiatus from Worcester City Council. They accuse colleagues of transphobia. Our Sharman Sacchetti in Worcester with the accusations at play. Sharman.
And Ben, the counselor says they're taking a month off for emotional and mental safety. Worcester City Councilor at Large Tu Nguyen uses the pronouns they, them. The counselor accuses the mayor and another counselor of referring to them in a way that does not reflect their gender identity. Now, Nguyen has filed a complaint with the city's Office of Diversity, Equity and Inclusion. An investigation is underway. Last night at the council meeting, Nguyen said they didn't feel safe coming to the council floor.
I have felt unsafe around this council body. I have faced transphobia with being misgendered, and recently learned that I have been dehumanized to a point where I'm being referred to as it by my colleagues on this council. Mr. Chairman, you have also misgendered me.
Nguyen referring to the mayor there. All of this came about as the council talked about remote participation in meetings. Councillor Nguyen says they don't feel safe, of course, coming to the council floor. One of the councillors Nguyen accused did issue a statement essentially saying that she referred to the councillor in a way that was an honest mistake, and she apologized. The mayor of Worcester, we were told, did reach out, we were told, is unavailable. We're live here in Worcester. Sharman Sacchetti, WCVB News Center 5.
If you get offended over the fact that people apparently misgendered you, which they really didn't, they just called you what was actually true, I think you might need to look at another job.
Your kids need to hear you discussing trans and queer topics. You will be hearing about trans athletes, and you need to set the record straight on the percentage of trans people in the United States and the percentage of competitive trans athletes. It's super important to stick with the facts. Let's stop the witch hunt on trans people.
I really don't understand videos like this because I hear day in and day out that you shouldn't force things on your kids, and then I see videos like this and I was always under the impression that these people are brainwashing kids, and this video just proves it.
So I was asked, am I worried about me? And my answer was, I'm worried about all of us. I'm no more worried about me than I am worried about everybody in the country.
Can I for a minute talk about the interview between Joy Behar and non-binary Harry Potter?
Yes!
She looks like Harry Potter if his sorcerer's stones were removed.
How am I still single? I'm very pH balanced, very peaceful, very not getting cheated on.
You're probably not finding love because you're the problem, and God is protecting other people from you.
Parents of trans species kids, what are we doing about Donald Trump getting rid of the trans species child tax credit? Because for the past 4 years since Biden got in office, I've been receiving $12,000 a year because my son identifies as a cat, and that's counted as a disability. So they send me $1,000 a month to help with raising him and his transition and all that. But Donald Trump's getting rid of that. So what are we going to do? Because I've been using that to pay for my mortgage payment. Well, half of it, because my mortgage payment is $2,000. But what are we going to do? Like, I feel like I'm in this bind financially because my son, since he identifies as a cat, the school doesn't really tolerate his cat-like behaviors. And so I pull him out. I'm homeschooling him, so I can't go to work throughout the day. So what am I supposed to do? I feel like Donald Trump doesn't care about Americans. He doesn't care about the trans species community. And it's sickening because this is a very real thing. It's a very, like, my son, he experiences body dysmorphia every single day because he wants to be a cat. He is a cat, but he's in a human body.
Trans species kids. Yeah, we are completely doomed.
And I'm just saying that I would rather live and die in what becomes a third world country in the middle of a revolution than continue to live in America as it stands. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
These people are all talk about what they would or wouldn't do, but I never see them actually following through what they say and actually doing what they said they would do. They just talk, post videos on social media, and then you still see them in the same country that they claim to hate. Make it make sense.
Well, I hope you guys are happy. That guy that I really liked, he found out about my job and he's not okay with it. I guess one of his friends told him. I was just waiting to tell him because I wanted him to get to know me, not my persona online. So single forever, I guess.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions, if you want to sell yourself as a prostitute, don't expect men to accept you for who you are.
My question is, along like the ideas of you wanting to, quote, eradicate transgenderism, how does homosexuality fit into your new America?
Yeah, sure. Well, again, I wouldn't call it a new America. I'd call it America as it was until about 5 minutes ago. You know, I don't think it's all that new. People either misunderstood me or just believed the lying media that defamed me in many cases. But when one says transgenderism ought to be eradicated from public life entirely, one is obviously speaking, as I just said, about an ideology. And the reason it has to be eradicated is because it posits a false view of human nature. It just doesn't describe the truth. Whereas when you describe something like homosexuality, you're talking about behaviors among people that's rather different than an ideology, right? You're not talking about a competing conception of human nature exactly. You're not talking about a competing conception of the relation between the body and the soul. You're not talking about castrating little kids. You're just saying that, you know, some guys like dancing the YMCA. Outside of a Trump rally. At a Trump rally, it's completely straight, but outside of a Trump rally, it's a little bit more suspect.
And I also don't accept opinions of people who are wearing masks.
Females are not given the correct information, nor are males. Men are told that you're going to be the head of the household, and you're going to have this, and you're going to have that, and as a husband and as a father, you're going to have all this respect, but they're not taught actually how to maintain it. I feel as though women are told you need to strive towards marriage, you need to strive towards children, and little boys are told, oh, you know, you're going to be the head honcho of a household and you're going to have all this respect and whatever, but They're not told how to actually keep a woman and make a woman happy and all that stuff for a woman to want to do certain things for you.
I don't know where in the blue hell, and I can guarantee you every subscriber I have and every viewer watching this video has never in their life heard that men were going to be given everything without putting in work. It's even quite the opposite. You are told to work in order for you to get things, but for some reason she's got this information that from I don't even know who, probably an alien or something, because I have never heard this in my entire life.